Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. I'm starting off today's video with making a spread in my reading journal. I got to read an arc of a manga called My Instructor Won't Yield. As soon as I saw the cover of it, I was like, oh, this looks so fascinating. It's a BL about a man who goes to a driving school and falls for his driving instructor. I feel like I've talked about this before, but I love an interesting premise for a manga, even if it's like a very average or normal plot. Just if there's an interesting premise like that, it's always going to stand out in my head. So the main characters of the story are called Mr. Chiba and Mr. Yaotome. They both refer to each other as that throughout the book. They're very formal with one another, which makes sense because Mr. Chiba is the driving instructor. I actually don't think the manga mentions what his first name is. I know Mr. Yaotome's first name is kind of like seen briefly on some like forums, but I feel like they never mention each other's first names at all in the whole entire story. Mr. Yaotome is a little bit famous at the driving school because every day or not every day, but whenever he shows up, he's in a suit. He looks very, fancy. They call him a prince. And Mr. Chiba is also very famous at the driving school because he's the most handsome instructor. All of the girls that come through hope that he's gonna be their instructor. So one day, Mr. Chiba is paired up with Mr. Yaotome, and I was laughing from the start because Mr. Yaotome does not want to drive. He's very scared. It was like looking at myself on the page, honestly. He was like, I'm gonna drive the car? Like, you expect me? Like, you trust me to drive the car? And Mr. Chiba's like, well, yes. Like, that's literally why you're at school. That's what this school is for. And the two of them actually bump into each other at a convenience store because they don't live too far apart from each other. And Mr. Yaotome looks way different than he does whenever he's at the driving school. He's very casual, and they kind of start chatting with each other, and Mr. Chiba finds out that Mr. Yaotome is actually a manga artist. And he also, unfortunately, discovers a secret about Mr. Yaotome's art and one of his characters that kind of fractures their relationship that they'd been forming together a bit. I actually thought that that conflict would be like the whole entire main conflict of the story, but it's resolved a little bit earlier on, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. I love when a plot surprises me because, especially when you read kind of like the same genre very often, the same sorts of stories very often, they always kind of have like similar beats. Like, that's just how most stories are, whether it be romance or like mysteries, thrillers, they're all kind of like the same. But actually, I feel like the main conflict between them ends up being more so about Mr. Chiba has kind of had his heart broken before, and he has some kind of like bitterness towards the thought of a student teacher driving instructor student relationship. And Mr. Yaotome, even though he may seem like a prince, he's very, I would say, timid and anxious. I kind of feel like he might have social anxiety. He mentions at one time he almost kind of needs to be playing like a character in order to know what to say to people. I feel that way a lot, actually. So I feel like for him, the main thing is that he just like doesn't have confidence in himself and the fact that Mr. Chiba would even like him. I like this manga so much. Again, I think the premise of it was so interesting, and also the art. Oh my gosh, I don't know what it was, but there's just like something a little bit different about the art style. I loved it. I especially wanted to talk about the night scenes. There were multiple different scenes that were set during nighttime, and I swear the lighting and the shading, I swear I have never seen a manga drawn so well when it comes to night scenes. There's one where they were like on the beach. There's one where they were in a car. Actually, multiple ones where they were in a car. There's one where they were at a hotel. Like, there were just so many beautifully done night scenes. Also, Manga Updates says this is ongoing, which is thrilling to me because I would love to read more of them. The copyright at the end said that this was published in 2024 in Japan, so I guess that would make sense. It's definitely a newer manga. I would love to see more of the two of them and learn more about their backstories. You don't really get to know that much about them as people, so I think it would be so much fun to see more of them. And also, I would probably rate this maybe like a 16 plus kind of story. It's not explicit, but it's also not like without its moments, I guess you could say. I will definitely be looking more into this mangaka to see if they have any other work that I'm interested in because I really love their art style. And if the series is continued, I will absolutely be reading the following volume or volumes. My Instructor Won't Yield comes out August 19th. And thank you to Kodansha and NetGalley for providing me with an arc. The next spread I'm making is also for my reading journal. I just finished, I mean quite literally just finished reading Blue 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 by Amamiya, as well as the like one-shot extra, essentially just a bonus story. I have read one other manga by this author and I love her art style so much. It's kind of like that like sketchy kind of style that I like so much. I love it. Her art is beautiful. And in this story, the main character is a 20-year-old student and he needs some extra money. So he sees a job listing for a ryokan, like one of those like really traditional like Japanese hotels that has like the onsen and stuff, like that kind of vibe. And so he gets hired there, and he meets sort of like the manager of the hotel. He's older, but he's very kind, and he really catches the main character's attention. And of course, eventually he develops feelings for him, and the male lead develops feelings back as it goes. Again, this is one of those manga where it's like there's nothing crazy happening in terms of the plot, but just the vibe of it, the way it's drawn, especially like this was so perfect for summer. It is a summer manga. All the little details, the koi ponds, the wind chimes, the main character sweating while he does all of his hotel chores. At one point, him and the male lead go get some ice cream while he gets some shaved ice and the male lead gets some ice cream. Absolutely perfect vibes for summer. And then towards the end of it, it actually kind of turns into a fall story, and then the bonus story was really more so set in winter. But I think the whole entire reason the story is called Blue, Blue, Blue is just the blue of the sky, right? The blue of the summer sky that they fell in love under, right? I feel like there's nothing more I can say about the plot without just like straight up spoiling it, because it was just a simple love story. As someone who does not love age gap stories, this one didn't feel like gross or creepy at all. I don't even really know how old the male lead is, to be completely honest. He doesn't even seem that old. And I also think that Hanju, the male lead, I feel like he was kind of like considerate of that fact. Like he talked about it often that he was, you know, too old for the main character. And also in the bonus story, he mentioned something like he's not used to being desired. I think he kind of had more like hang-ups in this relationship than the main character did, just because the male lead was sort of still like pining and yearning in some ways for the person he liked when he was younger. Also, in addition to this being perfect for summer, one of the reasons why I wanted to read this manga is because I kind of want to read all of Amamiya's work. Like, there's just so many stories. Oh, something is getting published, maybe even at the end of this year. I saw a tweet from Seven Seas earlier this year that they're publishing one of Amamiya's other stories. I'm thinking it might be the end of this year, maybe even next year actually, that it's being published though, but I will definitely be reading that whenever it comes out. I don't even know what that manga is about, but I will be reading it. I just love her art style so much. Also, before I run out of screen recording, I wanted to say that I finished season 3 of Unblossomed, not yesterday, I think, maybe the day before. It was so sad. So reading something like this was such a nice palate cleanser. I'll talk about that more in my August reading log, of course, but oh my goodness, Unblossomed, like it got me, like it really punched me in the heart. I really needed something cute and wholesome like this to heal me. But anyway, I'm going to try to slip some more of Amamiya's work into my TBR for this year. I'm pretty sure. We'll see. I'm gonna like look at the stories and see if they seem like they're more suitable to a different season. But if they're just kind of like ambiguous, like an ambiguous time of year, I'll probably try to read at least one more. Speaking of seasonal reading, I'm telling you, the other day I was watching a YouTube video and this girl said a phrase that just like I'd never even thought to put together before in my life. She said, season agnostic. What? Does that even make any sense? Season agnostic? She was kind of also talking about, you know, like reading with the seasons, but I've just never, I don't know if that makes sense. Season agnostic. Anyway, I heart Amamiya's art style and I really enjoyed Blue, Blue, Blue. And definitely make sure you read the extra story, the bonus story one shot to see how the character's relationship develops. The final spread for today's video is for my archive journal. My best friend recently sent me some gifts, which was so nice. Especially because when I tell y'all the week I've been having, first of all, I've been trying to record this video for probably like 3 weeks straight now, like for a very long time. But first of all, let me talk about what gifts my best friend sent me and kind of like a first, something that was a first for me. And then I'll hopefully have time to get into like how awful my week has been. Even though by the time you're watching this, it'll have probably been like 2 weeks since everything happened. But anyway, so my best friend randomly told me to expect a surprise, you know, that Jeff Bezos would be bringing me a surprise. And I was like, okay, I will keep an eye out for the Amazon delivery person. And actually my surprise ended up coming in 2 different shipments, so on 2 different days. But basically she wanted to send me some hobby related things. My best friend loves her hobbies. Like, she is especially a big puzzler. She loves puzzles, and also she loves Legos. She puts together like the serious Legos though. Like, she's a real Legoer. You know what I mean? Like, she, like the one she wants right now, she wants the Trevi Fountain and also the Milky Way, like the big expensive ones. Like, those are her favorites. And she's also done like a lot of the smaller ones, like the pretty, like the orchids and stuff, like the little bonsai trees, like those too. So she sent me a Lego set. She also sent me a puzzle, and not only is it just any puzzle, it's a Halloween puzzle. And she also sent me another coloring book. I'm a woman who now owns 3 coloring books. Can you believe it? And the coloring book is also a Halloween coloring book. She essentially sent me a little summer wing gift, which was so nice. She ordered everything before like she even knew what kind of like week I was been having. And also, I'm such a secretive person. Like, I don't know if that comes across in my videos or not, but I really do not like to tell people how I'm feeling. And so like, I didn't even really tell her like the extent of like how awful my week was. She just happened to be, you know, planning this surprise, and this horrible week happened at the same time. So this gift would have meant so much to me anyway. I love that she is sharing her hobbies, but the fact that it happened on a terrible week like really like soothed me and healed me. So the thing that I wanted to say is that I have never ever put together a Lego set before. Well, I have now put one together, but before my best friend sent me this Lego set, I had literally never, I don't think I'd ever even held Legos. The reason I think that is because like they fit together differently than I imagined. That sounds so stupid and ridiculous, but like I don't know how to explain it. Like the Legos just like, I don't know, they fit together differently than I thought they did. I don't know why I'd never put together Legos before. I don't know. It just simply was not ever a gift I received, was simply never anything I was interested in. Like building things, like I did not care about that growing up. But oh my god, when I tell you I understand why people are so into it, that was the most fun I feel like I'd had in so long. I was just on the phone with my best friend, and I made myself a grilled cheese sandwich before I got started. You know, I needed the fuel, and I was like scared. I was like, am I gonna be kind of dumb? Like, am I gonna know how to put this together? Because I'm really bad at putting furniture together. And so like I flipped open the little booklet, and I was like, oh, this is just pictures. Like there's not even words. And I did vlog the process, like some of it anyway. And so like I did kind of mess up at some parts, but it was actually a lot easier, which makes sense because you know, they're for kids. Like why would it be hard for, you know, a person my age? And I just love my little plant friends so much. My mom told me to put them on the TV, and so like I'm looking at them right now. Like I just get to stare at them every single day. They're so cute. And also I have this little fake succulent from Target that I got forever ago, and it's like she looks like she belongs with them. Like they look like they're, you know, from a similar family. They're cousins. And I can't wait until October comes around so I can put together my puzzle. I have not put together a puzzle in probably like, I don't know, 20 years. Like I literally have not put together a puzzle in so long. That's gonna be so fun. And I have actually already started my coloring book because there were some pages that like I feel like they were a little summer weenie. Like I colored this one. It was a little vampire girl, and she was getting ready to go out for the day, and her TV said the forecast was 90 to 100 degrees, which like real, and she was putting on SPF 1000, and I thought that was so summer weenie, so I colored that one first. As for the terrible week I had, would you believe me if I told you I now no longer have the funds to get myself a new iPad? Would you believe me if I told you something so terrible like that happened to me? Y'all, our stupid car. I physically cannot even drive. I do not have a driver's license, but our family car, the battery went out. It was dead. And then on top of that, the car battery charger, like the cable for it was fraying. So we had to get another one of those as well. And when I say we, I mean me. I paid for them. Of course I paid for them. To be left penniless within the span of like 24 hours was just what a day. To see all of my iPad savings disappear in a blink. What a day. So me and my 32 gigabytes of iPad space are going to have to battle it out for a lot longer than I thought. I don't know what I'm gonna do. The fact that $130 bankrupted me is kind of funny, but like not really. The other day, my best friend was telling me that like she went out shopping with one of her friends and her friend's roommate, and her friend's roommate spent like $450 at Aritzia, and I was like, $130 bankrupted me, and this girl spending $450 casually on girl boss clothes. Like, okay. But you know what? I look at my little plant Legos and I'm like, everything's gonna be okay. Anyway, I knew summer was going a little bit too well and that something catastrophic was going to happen. And so it happened, and now we're past it, and it's almost not summer anymore. So anyway, now that this spread is finished, we can go put all the spreads I made into my digital journals. I have literally been recording this video since August 3rd. It is now August 24th. Like, it really has been that long. I cannot believe it took me so long to finish this video. Like, even at the beginning of the video when I was like, oh, this manga will be out August 19th. It's like, it's way past then. Also, I just recorded parts of my next video before I even finished recording this video. And also, I feel like I'm going to have a lot of time this like upcoming weekend, like a week from now, like next weekend. So I'm hoping that I can get into all the animes I've been neglecting and just like, I don't know, finish out my TBR. I feel like I have been kind of slacking a little bit. I honestly just like was not feeling my best mentally, understandably so. Like, I feel like summer always makes me feel terrible. I always just feel like pathetic and like worthless And I think summer makes me feel worse because it's like, well, someone who was not pathetic and worthless would have air conditioning. Like, I don't know, all those thoughts just like start to spiral really badly in the summer. Honestly, that's one of the reasons why my channel means so much to me. Like, I'm just so proud of myself for sticking with it. And also I feel so incredibly honored that everyone is so kind and nice and sweet and thoughtful. Like, I literally sometimes sit in bed and cry thinking about how sweet and kind all of you are to me. I truly appreciate all of your support so much. I know I say it in every video, or at least I try to remember to say it in every video, but I really do mean it. And I hope that if you are going through a hard time, that this channel is able to be just like a little bit of fun for you. And also, please always know that even if you feel like there is no one who cares about your well-being, I do. I hope that you're having an okay time, and I hope that if things are going bad, that they get better soon. Honestly, the world being so bleak is why I feel like it is so important to hang on to our hobbies and the things that make us feel good, and to share them with one another, to know that we are not alone. All of that said, thank you for watching today's video. Everything I used in today's spreads will be in my Pinterest board, and the link to that is in the description box, along with the links to all of my other social media accounts, as well as the links to my Google Drive folders for my journal deco kits. If you have any questions, please let me know and I'll do my best to answer them. I hope that you had a fun time hanging out with me today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye everyone.